Congratulations. And, boy, I know it's a pretty good feeling in that locker room right now.
I thought it was as good as game as we've had conference wise, since I've been here. I thought that, defensively, they did a great job of taking away a lot of the transition baskets because obviously transition points is such a point of emphasis at the pace that Georgia plays at, Chuck. So I thought we did a really good job taking away some of the transition points. And then our point of emphasis was not to slow the ball down. We wanted to run at every single opportunity we could. We had a very, very sour taste in our mouth after losing 2-1 the Missouri game. We could not have played any get And then, we thought we battled hard at Tennessee, and that was a game that, we could have won as well. So, got to get ready for LSU, and we have 2 really difficult road games coming up, and this was a really tough stretch for us, and we're sitting here at 2-2, and we got 2 road games, and just do the best we can.
It's 24-24 in the first half. They take Wheeler out. You go on a run. All of a sudden, you're forcing turnovers. Did you feel like that was a point in the ball game where you kind of began to get control of things?
Yeah, we were able, once Wheeler went out of the game, we were able to do our half-court traps, our hits and shadows, and that's when we, kind of jumped out there and separated the game. Again, I thought that, our trapping was really, really vital. Who we were leading, and then who we were trapping. So, I thought that was a key, juncture in the game. And then we wanted to try to go at number 10, Kamara, because he's such a focal point for him offensively and defensively. And getting him in foul trouble was some of the things that we had talked about, trying to beat him off the dribble and so forth and try to attack his body because he's a good shot blocker.
You had a lot of guys play well today, and I could run down the list and we'd be here a while, but I want to mention Devontae Davis, the freshman who gives you 20 points today, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and he played like a veteran this afternoon.
He did. I thought he was phenomenal. I mean, number one, when we made the change in the starting lineup, incredibly, Devo had 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. We didn't run a play for him, and he goes 9 of 14 from the field. But I think the big thing, Chuck, is the reason he was inserted into the lineup was so that he could guard number 2, Wheeler. And I thought he did a great job on Wheeler. Wheeler's as fast as any player in our league. And Devo did a great job following the game plan, not over gambling, not being over anxious, and just trying to keep Wheeler in front, which, again, that was the reason he was in the lineup. And then offensively, he was phenomenal for us.
I want to go back as we wrap it up. The point you made a moment ago about you wanted to run at every opportunity. You had 29 fast break points in the ball game today. Hogstats.com tells us that's the most that you have had at Arkansas since 30 against Rice a year ago. And that kind of goes to the point, I would guess, right there, that, I mean, you had guards getting rebounds, putting their head down and just taking off up the floor. And you got a lot of points that way.
Yeah, I mean, again, Chuck, I think, like when you play an up and down team, you have a choice. And the choice is, do you slow the game down and make it more of a half-court game, or do you open it up and make it a track meet? And all over our locker room, we have big signs that said win the race. And so we were putting our track shoes on, and we wanted this to be a high-scoring game, but we just wanted to try to contain their transition defense as much as we could. And again, I thought our shot selection was really good from 3, 12 to 21. We didn't force many of those threes. And Vance Jackson in the last 2 games has given us a great lift at that power forward spot for us.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Great win today. Fun to watch.
Thanks, Chuck.
All right. Eric Musselman joining us outside.
Thanks, Coach. So I'll turn it over to the media now. Bob, get us started, please.
Eric, good game, obviously. Hey, the freshman, they kind of I know Tate and Jackson had big games, but the freshmen today, you were really way up in margin with them on the floor. I know Williams didn't score much, but he did a lot of other good things. What do you think of those three freshmen, how they led you guys today?
I thought Jalen Williams was, I kind of on the radio, Bob just mentioned Devo. Devo, great offensively, great defensively. Jalen Williams, phenomenal on the glass. Phenomenal. 4 offensive rebounds, 9 total rebounds for us. In 19 minutes, he took a charge. Turnovers are a little high, but we'll continue to work with him, and plus 29 when he's on the floor. So I thought Jalen was awesome. And Moses today was great as well. I mean, 9 of 15 from the field. He makes all his foul shots, 5 for 5, 25 points. I mean, the 3 of them tonight were fantastic.
How good was it to see Moses bounce back from really his one rough game of the year?
Well, when you think about it, we had an early shoot around. A lot of times on early games, we don't shoot. That drill's over because I thought we were not ready against Missouri. I thought we were too lackadaisical to start the game. So we got up this morning, we shot. And when I walked in, Moses had already done his full routine, his shooting routine, before I got in there. And I got in there 20 minutes before practice today. So I think he was focused, ready to play. Again, on a Saturday morning, to get in there as early as he did and get his routine. And I think he was laser focused today.
How early did you guys go?
I think we started about 10:15 today, Bob.
Okay, and then we saw KK on crutches, a boot. So assuming maybe he had some surgery.
Yeah, he is not as of now. I said they got the MRI yesterday after I talked to you guys, and we'll just wait for the doctors to make it formal what's going to be the next step, and at that point Mike will put something out.
Okay, I got a couple more, but I'll give it back to Mike. Thanks.
Curtis.
Hey, Coach. Jalen Tate had 6 turnovers the other night against Tennessee, and he turns around today and has 10 assists and just 1 turnover. Can you talk about the bounce back for him and what you saw?
I thought he was great. Even like Tennessee, like they swarm you and they send long defenders at you, and they make it difficult on the guy who's trying to initiate and run offense. Today he was great. 15 and 10 those numbers are hard to get in a 40-minute college game. And he spearheaded our offensive attack, and I thought he was great. He also, we had 2 guys that we really focused on not letting beat us from the field, and that was Wheeler and Justin Kier, number 5, and he holds Kier to 1 of 5, who's one of the best offensive off guards thus far in the SEC. So his defense was awesome.
Hutch.
Coach, there in the first half, y'all finally kind of started pulling away, but then Georgia answered and Kamara had a big dunk. You called a timeout. What was your message during that timeout? And then did you like how your team responded after that?
Yeah, it was an intense filled timeout, I guess, just because I was unhappy with our transition defense. The one thing we talked to our team about the last 48 hours is you cannot jog. If you jog, you come out against Georgia. You have to sprint on offense and you have to sprint on defense. And so any subs tonight, a lot of them were just made on guys not running the floor hard enough, which sounds really simple, but sometimes it's hard to get a full team to execute that.
Dudley.
Hey, Coach, what's been the biggest turnaround for Vance Jackson here in these last few games?
I'm sure he'll tell you minutes. But it's productivity, Dudley. He's doing everything that we've asked. I think he's worked hard. When a player doesn't get the minutes or the role that they want, you go one or two ways. You either pout and dig yourself a bigger hole to get out of, or you fight through it. You listen to the coaches and you listen to the film study and you buy in. And I think he's done that. And then obviously, he's gotten it. Let's all these guys are getting, there's 30 minutes off the table when Justin Smith's not playing. like I knew when Justin was out that we were going to go through an adjustment period. Hopefully it was those 2 games and now we figure out who we are moving forward. I don't know if that's the case. I'll probably tell you after we play LSU and Bama if we figured it out, but that's at least how I felt from a rotation standpoint tonight. I felt much more comfortable, with our rotation.
Scotty.
Hey, Coach, on top of the 10 assists, it looked like Jalen was pretty selective with his shot attempts and played with good pace offensively. Did you see that?
I lost you, Scotty. Which player?
Jalen Tate, just really good shot selection, I thought, and played with pretty good pace offensively.
Yeah, I thought Jalen was great. I mean, he didn't force any shots. He got to the rim. He did a great job. Jalen Tate did basket cutting, drawing free throws, taking care of the ball. I thought he was really, really good for us.
Randy.
Coach, was a point of emphasis in sharing the basketball. You had 36 baskets, 24 assists. Was it the ball movement? What was your thinking there in terms of sharing the basketball?
Yeah, Randy, we had 100 on the nose passes at halftime. Michael Musselman put it up on the board that, the ball movement was great in the first half. It got better in the second half. I don't have the final numbers, but we felt if we could just shift their defense, if we could get some advanced passes in transition, even after made baskets, instead of dribbling the ball to advance it up the court, if we could get a few more pitch aheads, that it would really help us. And I thought our pitch aheads and our advanced passes was as good as we've had all year.
Murphy.
Eric, third different starting lineup since Justin went out. Davis and Jackson were the 2 new guys, obviously both productive. What'd you think of them being in the starting lineup, and could that one stick for a bit?
Yeah, I think, really, I'm not sure what I want to look at the film. We've always been a team that will adjust to who we play. I know some coaches they coach under the philosophy that this is who we are. We do our thing and we don't worry about the opposition. We're very oriented to try to take things away from other people, to have certain like tonight, Jalen Tate didn't guard their point guard. Devo did. And Jalen Tate guarded their off guard based on length, based on what we thought Devo could do with the point guard. So I have not watched LSU much at all. And so let's put it this, I'm not married to the lineup right now. I want to evaluate LSU, see who their go-to guys are. I know who they are, but I got to figure out how we want to match up.
Nikki.
Yeah, Coach, we got some flashes of Desi playing like his usual self. What was your plan for him, or what did you tell him to go into the game like with a goal in mind?
Yeah, Nikki, I mean, we just wanted Desi to be comfortable and not, I thought he was, a little discombobulated. The last 2 games, we wanted him to relax. He got 3 minutes tonight. I thought he was so great last year off the bench for us. And, I thought he kind of got into his groove after the first couple minutes in the game. But we want Desi to be aggressive. We want him to play free of mind. And I think tonight was a step in the right direction.
Bob.
Yeah, Eric, obviously you guys had tough SEC losses without Isaiah, who I heard he started against the Sixers today, but I don't know that for sure. Seth Campbell.
No, he started. I think he's 4 for 18 right now. As I was coming to meet you, that was the first thing I asked. I think they had 7 players play for him today.
I'm sure he'll do better. And then you had 2 tough losses without Justin, so that's 0 of 7 without 2 key starters. And then today, Georgia's a talented team, and you beat them by 30. I mean, how good is it to say, hey, we can beat an SEC team like that without Justin, if needed?
Yeah. I mean, I think, obviously, I think Justin played 11 minutes, Bob, at Auburn. I thought we played great, the 30 minutes without him. I thought we really played good at Tennessee. I mean, I thought we went through a couple stretches, you know, maybe I had a little bit larger rotation and maybe I should have shrunk it a little bit for a couple minutes there. But we played a really good, you know, 35 minutes of play that we didn't really play well. And even down the stretch, I mean, we held them without a field goal for that last 4.5 minutes. I mean, that game was really just a foul. You know, the free throws attempted. We're going to do a drill where we hold tennis balls and tape tennis balls to our hand to try to continue to defend without fouling. And today I thought we were great at defending without fouling. I'm not sure how we became this physical team at Tennessee. I didn't know we were a high foul team until, you know, I walked out of that arena.
I guess how good does it feel to really pound an SEC team without a key player when you had tough losses last year and tough losses this year, and today you just hammered them, you know?
I'm going to have a great night tonight with my wife and my daughter, and I'm happy. I thought we played great, Bob. I really did. I think the players are feeling good in the locker room. I think that was a great confidence boost for our guys after 2 tough games. Because again, we stunk against Missouri and we still kind of hung around. I mean, it wasn't what we wanted, but I think our guys, you know, are feeling good about the way they played today.
And then Connor, you know, he obviously was struggling to guard Kamara, and I get why he didn't play him much, but he's over there standing up, clapping, you know, having a good attitude. And, you know, this just wasn't his kind of game. Obviously, there'll be other games, but just what you think of you know, how he stayed engaged on the bench, and maybe, you know, explain why he didn't play. Nobody really cares what I think, you know.
Well, Bob, I think that, you know, I think we have really good chemistry. I think our guys are cheering for each other no matter who it is. I really haven't seen many guys hold their head or pout or anything like that. And I thought he did it. I thought, you know, from a matchup standpoint, Kamara stepped out, made 2 threes to start the game. That's 6 points on 2 shots. And then to start the second half, he got it on the wing and drove around Connor. And we just thought those 8 points happened so quick that we had to have different matchup.
Thanks, Eric. You want any of those gummy, whatever they are, to sleep tonight, will you?
No melatonin. I'll be good.
Okay, thanks.
Appreciate your time.